been asked to go over driving license issues. Somebody got picked up on the M332, I think at a roadblock or whatever, and have been fined because they're on the old license. When I say old, I'm talking about the paper license and not the plastic one, which reminds me, I'm going to have to bring my plastic license with me because I generally leave it in the house. A bit naughty of me, but anyway, yeah. What am I talking about? The UK licenses, you used to get these paper ones, or you may still have yours till you're about 70. This is how it's defined by the Spanish government. Community residents with legal residence in Spain obtained on January 19th, 2013 or prior to this date and who hold an indefinite community driving license or with a validity period of more than 15 years for Group 1 permits, AM, A1, A2, A, B and BE, or a period of more than 5 years for Group 2 permits, BTP, C1, C1E, C, CE, D1, D1E, D, LDE, must renew their driving license from the next 19th of January 2015. They must also renew by those legal residents who hold community permits that have expired or soon to expired licenses. That's a little bit strange. They must also be renewed by those legal residents who hold the community permits that have their expired or soon to expire license. I think they mean if you want it renewed, then you should renew it. I don't think they can force you to renew it if you're not going to use it. The obligation is due to the compliance of the Community Directive 2016-126 EC and its transportation of the General Drivers Regulation RD 818-2009 of May 8th as a indispensable element of the community common transport policy that contributes to increase the safety of road circulation. What they really mean is you used to get a license that was paper that was good till you're 70. They get more money out of this one because it's renewed, I think, every 10 years because it costs you about 12 quid every 10 years instead of you just have one license till you're 70. So obviously the EU squeezed more money out of it. But since 2013, all the countries of the European Union have a single driving license for the 28 member states, a permit that has replaced more than 110 types of driving licenses that existed years ago and that are valid for driving in all countries, the country of the Union. A lot of them haven't improved their driving ability, though. I'll tell you that now. I think indicators don't get used. I think some of them still think they've got candles in the corners. To renew the driving license, legal residents who hold a driving... This is the bit that's important. To renew the driving license, legal residents who hold a driving license obtained in their country and who have been in Spain for 2 years or more, the first thing they must request to proceed with the renewal is request a previous appointment. How can you request a previous appointment if you never had one? This appointment can be obtained by going to any provincial headquarters or local traffic office, calling 060 or through the website of the DGT. Once they have cited, they must provide the following documentation. Okay, this is what you're going to need in there. Application and an official form that's provided at the traffic headquarters and on the DGT website. So they've got the form that you need to fill in. Accreditation of identity and residence, basically NIE or passport in force, and any other means of proof that requested by the traffic headquarters to accredit the residents. Now, this is where it gets interesting. And the reason I say that is the headaches I had with getting residency, because the office here really did not understand external income. Income I earn online, because I was trying to get it taxed, they wouldn't tax it, and there's all sorts of nightmare scenarios. Working for a company in the UK say that I should be taxed in Spain. Spain says, well, I work for the UK, so I should get taxed in the UK. And as I wasn't being taxed, although the UK held my tax and I paid it in the UK, they didn't release it to Spain. At the same time, trying to get a residency and saying I paid tax, they say, well, you haven't paid it to Spain. This is the sort of nonsense you go through. And it took over 2 years for them to finally give in to me doing it. So this is why it's quite humorous saying that, oh, if you've been a resident for, like 2 years or whatever. I never had residency for over 2 years because it took that long to get the paperwork. But anyway, So you'll have to have your residency card because that's what they're going to ask for. Let's be honest. Although they say requested by, the first thing they're going to ask for is your residency card. They're going to say, can you just give me a utility bill? They're going to ask for your residency, then your utility bill probably. And then your utility bill is probably like half the houses in this area got the name of the owner that was 10 years ago and not been transferred over due to the cost of transferring. So community driver license, both original and photocopy. Psychophysical aptitude report issued by an authorized driver recognition center. Okay, well that'll be difficult for a lot of guys. Because I assume you're going to have to find one that speaks English for a lot of people. A recent photograph, okay, 32 by 26 millimeters. Heel photo that is provided in the traffic headquarters, completed and signed inside the corresponding box. Payment of €23.50 50 in concept of fee. Okay, so now here's a clinch here. If you're not a resident of Spain, there's very likely no idea that they know you're a resident. I know people that have been here for 18, 20 years that are still not residents. They've been advised by their accountants and others not to become a resident. Now, the Brexit is obviously going to change a lot of these things, but I don't even know by how much, because if they're not a declared tax person already, then in theory they don't exist in the system at all. So is that much going to change? Probably not. So if they were stopped with their paper driving license, the only issue would be if their car was on Spanish plates and it had been here for a long period of time. Beyond that, I don't think they'd have many problems. And this is where I assume they're trying to, what do you call it? Fence people in on that, because obviously there's a lot of vehicles here that are illegal in the sense that they don't sit in with the Spanish system. At the same time, the Spanish system is not the most easy system to work with, including the fact that a friend of mine in Ibiza, for example, was doing his on a secondment setup, and I think it took him an entire day to try and find somebody that actually knew how to do the paperwork for secondments. Because with a secondment, you can be legally driving on a British car in Spain without needing to change your plates, and can keep transferring it because you can keep adding years to it because it's a secondment. You're not permanently here. But it took him ages to find somebody in the office that actually understood that existed. He knew it existed himself, but trying to find somebody that knew in their own office, different kettle of fish. So if you've got the paper one and you're a resident and you've been here more than 2 years, I recommend you change it. If you're on the plastic cards, I would say that because it's an EU license, I don't think you should have to change it. Because although these bits where they're talking about, because even on there, when they're talking about valid period of more than 15 years for Group 1 permits, well, the new EU cards don't cover that anyway. I think it's 10 anyway. So, in all honesty, if you've got one of the plastic ones, I think you'll be all right till renewal. Then you'll have to make that decision whether you will become a UK resident for a couple of months or you renew in Spain. All depends on your residency. But have a look at your card. I mean, if you're moving over to Spain very soon, it may pay to get a new card because you've lost it or it's been accidentally damaged or somewhere. So you get a brand new card for the next 10 years. Not that I'm advising anybody to do that. It's just it may actually pay to make life easier. But I'll post a link to the website with this information on it. But it is something that somebody got picked up on today. Like I said myself, I've got to find my driving license because I don't normally carry it with me. Like I said, it's a bit naughty of me, I know. But it's just been a case of it's one of those things that when we had the van, the van kept breaking down. I was only 5 minutes from the house regardless of where I was in Spain. But now we've got a car. we've been up to 4 hours drive away, so I'm going to have to put it in the car whether I like it or not. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope it's making it a bit clearer, not as clear as mud. But yeah, if you've got a paper one, research it. If you're on a card, check your renewal date as well, because like I said, when I come in from the Philippines, I think I had 6 months left on it, even less. So I didn't even know about this. So when I looked at it, and it's like, oh, there's an expiry date on there. I didn't notice that because I was used to the old one. So I nearly got caught out with my driving license running out without me even knowing. So anyway, hope it helps. Thanks for watching.